What's up, Docs Daily? It's me, Detroit Lenny, here, joined with Tony George on a Tuesday, May 19th. We are, we're almost to June. I can't believe it was like March Madness yesterday.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So here we are live.
Detroit Pistons. It seemed like the Detroit Pistons were the number one seed in the NBA. 2 weeks ago on this show, what did I tell everybody? Cleveland and take the over 5.5.
Yes. Yeah.
I did send you a little bit of a love. Well, not really, but during Game 7, I did send a halftime text to Lenny, and it was a one-word text, and it said, "Ouchie."
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It wasn't great.
Oh man.
You know, I had forgot I had a small play on them to make the Eastern Conference Finals, so that died in my arms. But it is what it is. It was so many reasons. I couldn't. It's not like it was one thing or one person or whatever. Just they looked outcoached, outmatched. No energy, not enough talent. I don't know what the problem is, but
couldn't hit a shot when it meant
I've said this for years, and I forget. I can't trust them. I've been saying this for years. Can't trust the Pistons. Can't trust them. And Game 7 reminded me I can't trust them.
You also had a young team against a veteran team in the postseason, deep in the postseason, and that does make a difference.
Yeah.
And like you could say, well, the argument will be, Tony, you're out of your frickin' mind because the Oklahoma City Thunder were a young team and they won it all last year. But the Oklahoma City Thunder, they have a much more talented roster, and they're 10 players deep, and you did not have any depth with Detroit, devoid of any sort of shooter where you could play from behind. If Cunningham's not putting in 30 plus, and Duran was pretty much a no-show throughout the entire playoffs, except for a couple games.
Yeah.
The chemistry wasn't there. Now that I had a couple of best bets beginning of the NBA season, the Atlanta Hawks and the Detroit Pistons, both over on their win totals, they both showed, but now you've got Cleveland facing, a Knicks team that's rested, that has been playing an elite defense. But then again, Toronto played good defense, so Detroit. So this is a step up, but not a whole lot. It's going to be an interesting series. I stayed away from that. I stayed away from that series price.
Juice for the Knicks. I mean, unless you like Cleveland, there's no, first of all, and let's talk about that. I was going to talk about it on the show anyway. I was looking at the series price. I got DraftKings. I think it was like the Knicks was 265 or something to win the series. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that.
So here's the thing. We talk about this all the time on Moneyline Betting. Let's just talk about the NHL right now. You've got Eastern and Western Conference Finals that everybody had to kill themselves to get to, and you've got two home teams laying minus 190 and minus 200. There's no way, there's no reason that any team this deep into the season is laying minus 140. There's value with the underdog. I will guarantee you between Vegas and Montreal, one of those underdogs liable to win outright. Game 1.
I've been on Montreal since the Tampa Bay series. When they beat Tampa, I said they beat I think they're going to give Carolina a run for their money. I really do.
Well,
I don't think Vegas gives them. If I got to pick a dog between the two, Vegas or Montreal, Vegas has played well lately, but I think Montreal's just got something this year. I've been feeling it.
I really have. And Montreal might surprise some people, but Vegas is always going to give Colorado a run for their money.
Yeah, I mean,
that's always going to be a good series.
Nobody's minus 200 better than another team, and I don't think.
Yeah.
I've got a betting angle on this game. It's a halftime bet, first half bet, but you saw last night. First of all, San Antonio is 5-1 against the Thunder this year, including last night.
Yeah.
Straight up. And, 99% of the teams in the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder can name the score with. If they show up, they can beat them by double digits. San Antonio is the exception. They've given them trouble all year long.
All year, they've been a thorn in their side.
Outside, they got shooters. They can rebound with them, especially with Wemby. And then last night, he kind of sent a statement to SGA going, "You might have won the MVP. I'm going to have a better game than you."
Yeah,
and he did. And and I'm not saying that Oklahoma City maybe, and I haven't seen the line on game 2 yet, but I'm sure they're laying about the same amount they were in this game. You start laying anything over 7 in that series with Oklahoma City, you're not going to win many of them. This is a good basketball team. Yeah. And on the other side of the coin, same thing with Cleveland. You think they're going to go – that Oklahoma City over 5.5 games was a bet. It's liable to go 7, at least 6.
Yeah.
Especially after last night. This series here, just like I said about Detroit, I think Cleveland's going to give them some issues. And, and there's going to be a lot of low-scoring games, which brings points into play. I mean, this is, Cleveland is a physical, blue-collar, type team.
Yeah.
And, New York rediscovered themselves after losing a couple to Atlanta. He started playing elite defense.
They were down 2-1 in that series.
And lost 2 one-point games and effed them up along the way. Yeah. They pulled their head out of their butt. They started playing elite defense, and they started playing their offense from the inside out versus the outside in. They started going down low and kicking it back out, sucking everybody in, giving their guys open shots, and it worked. I mean, and the defense they played, I did a free play video on the Doc's YouTube channel today, a couple of them. And this one, I said, look, we're going under Donovan Mitchell, 26.5 points. When they decided to play defense against Atlanta, they made C.J. McCollum look like a butt clown. He had 9 points. He was him to under double digits. And C.J. McCollum is a top 15 player in the NBA. Then he was a huge part of Atlanta's turnaround after the break because Quinn Snyder started featuring him more. Now, you go to the next series, they held Tyrese Maxey to 18 points per game in that series. Tyrese Maxey is a top 10 player in the NBA.
They kind of handled Philly in every which way they wanted to.
And it looked like ass clowns too. And then Maxey, they made him if you can make C.J. McCollum and Tyrese Maxey a non-factor, you can do the same thing to Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. And they will. And I don't think the game plan for them versus Cleveland is going to be, we're going to surprise you. We're going to take the recipe that we've used, 4th game on from Atlanta through the Philadelphia game. Here's the line in the sand. We're going to draw it. Let's get the frick on. See if you can stop us. And that's what it's going to be here tonight. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think there's I worry, the Knicks have been off so long. I worry about that. You hear a lot about that, but I actually think Cleveland maybe takes a little bit of momentum from Detroit series into New York, but I don't know about that. So
well, you could say, well, last night, that's why Oklahoma City, they lost. They've been resting. They were rusty. Bullshit. Here's the thing. San Antonio's matched up well with them all year long and been the better team of the two. I think it's very difficult for any team, whether it be the Celtics with Larry Bird, Showtime, and the Lakers, back in the day with your Pistons when they were rolling with Thomas and
They were
Lambier.
good.
It's very difficult for any team, including the Golden State Warriors here 4 or 5 years ago, that could match up and beat Oklahoma City in a 7-game series. I don't know if they could.
Right.
Because Oklahoma City's that good and that deep. There's not a lot of drop-off.
It's definitely going to be
Even
a hell
when
series.
SGA goes out, there's not a lot of drop-off. There's some, obviously, he's the MVP. But so that's not a valid argument for them. They were rusty. They haven't played in a while. I don't think that'll be the case tonight. If anything, man, I'm telling you, going to a 7-game knockdown drag-out series and winning on the road
Takes a lot of
and going on the road tonight and playing Madison Square Garden, that's a tall chore.
It's their third city in 5 days, Cleveland.
Yeah. That's tall chore.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I think if you like the Knicks, you lay the points, but I don't know if I don't know. Like, I don't know what to expect yet from this series, except for a lot. I do kind of like the under. You mentioned that. I think
like it at 217.
Yeah.
I had it pegged at 212 on power ratings. By the way, we're 7-2 our last 9 in the NBA. We had the Spurs last night. We're rolling. We got a 4-unit first half bet in this play tonight. But I had this pegged at 212, opened up at 217. Well, we can't put plays out till the day of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But right now it's down to 213.5. It fell a full 4 points, and I lost. I just think we lost a ton of value.
Too much
there.
Value. Too late for that. It would have been great if you could have hit it before, but yeah. Let's talk some MLB. Full slate of games on.
Yeah.
Full slate of games on. There's some good games on too, to be honest with you. I think there's some good value in the MLB. I think there's too much juice in the MLB today too, as far as some games go. The White Sox actually look decent. I don't know how to say that any other nicer than that. I mean, that's probably as nice as you're going to get out of me. The Guardians look like world beaters because they're playing the Tigers. The Tigers are in absolute free fall. Just stay away. I mean, unless you got the balls to take whoever is on the other side, stay away. Tiger fans, look away. Right now, it's time to take vacation this summer. Memorial Day weekend's coming up. Get somewhere where they ain't got cell phone reception up in Upper Michigan where you can't listen to the Tigers games. Get on a lake, get on a pontoon boat, have a bonfire, drink too much, eat good food the next morning, but don't listen or watch for the Tigers until maybe we'll start it back up in June.
Yeah, they're facing a good pitcher tonight too.
I like the Nerfy today in that game though. I will say that because
who you got?
I like Tyler Montero.
Yeah,
Montero. Yeah, I like that kid.
Yeah.
And Parker Messick is the real deal.
Messick Messick has 9 starts this year and is not allowed to run in the first inning yet.
Yeah, he's a Nerfy machine.
Yeah, he sure is. And Montero for Detroit is not bad either.
No, he's not even a little bit.
I have first inning breakdowns of every starter in the league, and I compare them to an algorithm chart that I use for Nerfies and Yerfies, and they were at top of the list today. One of them. There's a bunch of them today actually. But
the problem is
I thought an underdog that was attractive was Oakland.
I like Oakland.
I had let's see, Lopez and Detmer. So one thing you talk about Major League Baseball, and I always like to share the wealth with the Doc's Daily listeners.
Absolutely.
First thing I do every day is there's 2 things I do look at baseball. Number 1 is I circle the 3 most attractive underdogs on the day because I know one of them's going to win. Every day there's one and you got to try and find the best one. And this was, I had a couple short fades today I really liked on a 2-pack, and I had a big run line. I took Tampa on the run line yesterday plus 140. And they
crushed them.
Tampa Bay is printing money this year. I've
Yeah,
been
they
saying
are.
this in video, and you're going to continue to get them at that minus 120 to minus 140, 50 range.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to bet it.
So then you want to know when to play them. I like finding short favorites, and we have a probability chart and algorithm that kicks out the probability percentage-wise of them winning by more than one run. And then we'll play a run line system play on it. A couple of years ago, I did it with huge success and set records at Docs. And last year, the system didn't work. We kind of redid it and emphasized some different things this year. And it hasn't spit out a lot of them, but that was one of them yesterday. But I like the A's tonight. They're off a 2-1 loss. But anyway, getting back to the things you look for. You look for underdogs that can win and short favorites that I think can win by more than one run, and then the best total on the board. But one of the underdogs I had circled was Oakland. You have equal pitching, basically. Both pitchers are mid-4 ERA, Lopez and Detmer. And then you take a look at last night's game. 2-1 loss by Oakland. The Angels had 2 hits. Oakland had 7, and they still lost. And the Angels, so if I was to tell you, Team A starter went 8 innings, and Team B only had 2 hits, and you had 7, what would the score of that game be? 3-1, my team? No, they lost 2-1. They never got – so tonight you have equal pitching. Your bullpen's better, and you're going up against a team with a 5.94 bullpen ERA year to date, which sucks. That's why they're 17-31, by the way, because your bullpen sucks. Absolutely. And against left-handed pitchers, which Lopez is a southpaw, last 10 games, the A's have hit them at 202 as team batting average. Good luck. I think the A's get them plus the number tonight.
I think the A's are the better team overall. Honest to God, I think
they have under 500 and no one's talking about them.
I've been saying I think they're going to finish. I think they're a 500 team, if not a little better. They have the better pitcher on the mound. There's a better offense on the mound, at the plate, and that was the easiest nerfy I ever bet yesterday. The Angels and the A's. It was the easiest nerfy I ever bet. There was no run scored in that game till the 9th inning, and it is what it is. But I love the A's today. I do. Yep. I like Tampa today. I
love Tampa too. I had them written down for you. Now this Griffin Jacks, their starter, he's been a bullpen guy for them, and they're moving him into a starting role. He's went 9 innings in a starting role. So you look at his ERA, he's got a 1.32 ERA now because they averaged 3 of those starts in out of the bullpen where he pitched 1 inning.
Right.
So it's easy to have a 1.3 ERA if you're pitching 1 inning.
Correct.
But in his 2 starts, he went 9 innings. One game gave up 3 runs. The other game, no runs. And he's done well. But the key in this game is Tampa Bay. They're going up against a right-handed pitcher in Bradish who can give it up.
Yeah.
They're batting .307 as a team the last 10 games against right-handers. That gives them a huge advantage out of the gate.
Yeah. I love Tampa Bay at home.
Yeah. And this is the guy the other team hasn't seen as a starter. He's not an established starter in the league.
They give him run support. They're gonna give him run support against Kyle Bradish, I think. So then you let this kid go out there another 5. Maybe you get 6 out of him. Hopefully, if he's got enough run support, give him a little bit more work as a starter, a little bit more confidence as a starter. Let him pitch well. I think this is a great spot. The Tampa Bay Rays are going to be a problem this year. I mean, at least the first half of this year so far, they've just come out great. Why not the minus 145 suspicious? No, I don't think so, because I think, it's a division. The Orioles aren't anything to, they're not going to roll over on one hand. I mean, it's a divisional game, so you're going to get some kind of juice. The Rays have been disrespected all year, so I'm not surprised by the price. So I'm really not. We do have a question here on the.
I agree. They have been undervalued, but they're going to start catching up to them. It's going to start getting juiced up. Take advantage of what he can. Another underdog I had circled today was Cincinnati. They lost a 1-game run to Philly yesterday. They've got Burns on the hill, who's been unreal this year. And Luzardo, Philly, he can give it up. He's got over a 5 ERA. I think Cincinnati might even that series up here today. I mean, it's going to be a tight game.
That's fair. The Real Joe Beef has a question for you. It says, when you're on a hot streak, what advice can you give to maintain emotional bankroll control?
I don't.
Yeah, Joe Beef, that's a great question.
Well, the thing of it is, this is the thing I tell myself, whether it's, I'm having a shitty week, or a hot week. Here's the thing. Every day you wake up, you're 0-0. You're 0-0. I don't care if you're 11-1, 1-11. That streak, when you wake up that morning, it's over. You go about your business and about your betting strategy in the exact same way. So as a handicapper myself, we sell picks for a living. It's easy to go out and hype up an 11-1 run and start throwing around 7 and 8 unit plays because everybody thinks you're invincible. By the way, that's the day you lose.
100%.
Everybody watches you, but they want to wait till you get on a top pick. Then they want to unload, and that's usually the one you miss. So you don't see me doing that. I maintain kind of the low volume, low. Hey, why aren't you putting out top picks? You're this, that, and the other. Clients will do that. I went to the website today. You're on a 12-3 run, and Joe Blow A and Joe Blow B and Joe Blow C, they all got 7 unit plays in Major League Baseball today, and you've got a 3 and a 2 unit pick. Other handicappers are seeing the board with huge opportunity on it. You're not. No. Everybody has a different style. My style, slow and steady, wins the race. And the other thing, too, is, and I'm going to pass this along to Lenny, especially, don't get emotional and don't take it personally when you lose, i.e. Detroit teams. You can't take it personal. The
Jalen owes me money, Tony. I feel like he owes me money, cash money. Jalen Duren does. He owes me something.
That's what I mean.
A couple $100 at least.
I have guys that have helped me handicap over the years, and they just absolutely flip the frick out when they lose a big play, and they're just emotionally crushed. I'm thinking about throwing it in, and then
I suck. I'm never going to win it back.
Nobody feels worse than I do. Not so much my personal bankroll, but I have, guys and gals, a lot of them buying my plays daily, especially the big ones. And when they lose, I'm more upset for them than I am for me.
Absolutely.
Because how they're going to react. Are they going to jump back on the site the next day because Nick Mencken has an 8 unit play and try and chase it all back on that pick? And none of us hit 100% of the time. I'm not nothing against Nick. I'm just using that as a hypothetical.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So don't chase. You just got to maintain your discipline, win, lose, or draw all the time. But look at every day as 0-0 because every day presents a challenge. People say, well, I'm seeing the board really well. Well, that was yesterday, or that was the past 5 days. Today's board, I'm seeing it well too. Every game me and Lenny just talked about that we thought was an easy winner might dump. That's sports betting. So,
there is no such thing as an easy winner. I mean, only until it plays. Rocking chair winners are the next day. You don't have a rocking chair winner today until tomorrow. Okay.
Right. There's too much false hope when you start winning. It's like going to a strip joint.
Oh,
The gal that tells you she loves you, no, she loves your
no,
wallet.
she
She doesn't love you.
yeah, right. Yeah.
You go
She
back
just
home and
wants to make sure the
talk to
charge
your
goes
wife.
through.
Your feet be right back on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Puts me right back in my place when I need it. Great advice, Ron says. Ron also tells me not to take it personal with Pistons, Tigers, slips. Shut up, Ron. He knows that. And then Daniel says OKC has been taking shit personal today. Had a money line 7-leg ticket. He goes, that's the first problem. You should not have had a 7-leg parlay. You should have had maybe multiple 2-teamers.
What's this guy, Daniel?
Daniel, come on, Daniel.
Daniel, I had a buddy of mine in Las Vegas that used to cook. He was a line cook at my local watering hole. And this son of a bitch, every other day, and especially every Saturday in college football, would bring out a parlay ticket, a 5-teamer, and I'm not kidding you, every single freaking time he showed it to me, he went 4-1 and lost his parlay on one team. I said, now, wait a minute. Why didn't you flat bet say you're a small player, why didn't you flat bet $25 across the board on the side that you liked and then put $25 on the parlay ticket? You go 4-1, even with the one loss and the parlay ticket not coming in, you still made money. If you had a 7-leg parlay and you went 6-1,
you'd be happy.
Imagine if you'd have flat bet the 6. So use some strategy when you're betting those.
Yeah, and Vernable, what's your name? Vernable Nut says, but the girl at the joint does love me. Sure she does. Okay. Sure she does. Yeah.
Checks in the mail, and I promise not to be pregnant.
Yeah. Hey, Tony, your opinions on the Louisville Kings with the title in the UFL with major injury to DC Defenders quarterback. Somebody else asked about UFL too in here. I saw.
I've been
UFL Week 9, all that stuff. What are your thoughts on some UFL? I know you're betting it. I know you're following it.
Yeah, this week I got to be honest with you. I haven't taken a deep dive on it this week.
Okay.
But I tell you, I do have a chart that I will pull up here. Now, Friday, I have the Orlando Storm Circle because Defenders have an injury issue. They're laying 1.5, and that'd be a money line bet only. Don't lay 1.5 when you can lay the money line. Okay? Ends up being 2019. You're kicking yourself in the nuts. Birmingham is coming on. It's a team I want you to watch out for. They got that Thompson Robinson, that guy out of UCLA that went to Cleveland and ended up being a no-brainer.
Yes.
Louisville might be a takeover Dallas. Those are the early ones I had circled. I think that Louisville line will go up. They're starting to show up a little bit. But Dallas came out like a house of fire. They had that was it Reed from Western Kentucky that was really doing good for them. That's Rick Neuheisel's team. And they came out like a house fire, looked like the best team in the league, had the best offense, the best numbers through 3 weeks, and they have just shit down their leg. And their defense is just deplorable. You know, we had Birmingham as a 6-unit play Sunday as our first top pick of the year. We've had 11 picks in the UFL, and we've won 8 and hit our only top pick. But Birmingham, I might come back with them again.
I don't hate that.
Columbus.
I want to watch it. I want to be in it. And then but playoff hockey consumes my life more than any other sport playoff at any other given day. I mean, even the NFL, 100%. I mean, I watch every game of every minute. We got overtime last night in NHL with those Sabres and Canadians. And I'll tell you what, I almost cried. I was like, because on Doc's Daily yesterday, I told Griffin and Nick, I'm like, we're going to get playoff hockey.
Oh,
the
hey, let me
hockey
ask you a
gods are
question.
gonna
I want
let
to
us.
interrupt you. I want to interrupt you.
Yes.
Because when I'm watching it, I was third quarter. I was going to text you. I said, I'll bet you $100 to nothing that Lenny's got a draw on this one.
Absolutely.
Did you have a draw?
Absolutely.
I knew it. What
Plus
was
290. It's a
what-
$50 bill waiting to
I
happen.
knew it. I knew it.
Absolutely. It's a hey, pizza
Well,
money.
our
folks.
power was out
$20
last.
bill.
My power. Oh, by the way, our power went out. We had 4 tornadoes touch down within a 20-mile radius of where I live. We had golf ball size to tennis ball size hail, 80-mile-an-hour winds,
Man, I
and
don't miss
4.5 inches of rain. And what a mess! We got power back on like 5 in the morning.
Man,
I didn't even. I could check my phone; it still worked, but I couldn't see any of the shit, which pissed me off. I couldn't even watch the Spurs game. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, the hockey game. My.
Well, I was sitting there.
I got a 16-year-old boy and a 13-year-old
got the draw on this son of a bitch. I know it like
100%.
I bet my life on it.
Game 7s, absolutely. Yeah, and it was, and you want to know how I knew it was good. It was a great bet. I mean, not just because I love them. I love a draw bet, but it was plus 290. Anytime, like they're normally 300 and above.
Yeah,
plus 290s, juiced. Okay, I'm just telling you. That's like the book telling you, man. Even they think this is going to go into a draw. I've never seen anything less than plus 250 one time, and I was like, man, the books are giving this away. And me, I like a good $50 draw bet. $50, $50, $50. Plus 300. Do the math, folks. That's a bankroll builder, baby. All that did was give me some fighting money for Montreal against the Canadians. So I love that. WNBA is out there. Yeah, UFL, CFL, WNBA. It's all money. It's all money.
CFL. I got a guy that wants to jump on board with CFL this year. He's been sending me his picks for 2 years. He said, "You give me your baseball, and I'll give you my CFL." I might swap him out and do that, but I don't know. I've always just relied on Vernon. Vernon knows that CFL like the back of his hand.
He's like a.
He lives up.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. He's enthralled out there.
But every year, he'll have 7 or 8. Vernon likes to fire hard. He's different than me. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
We're going to be in the Circa Millions contest together. He was a top 25 or less. We're doing a couple of entries for that. The Survivor this year. I'm coming out to Vegas in August. I'm sure you'll meet us at the Mega Bar for a drink.
I will be there because I'll be in it as well. So I love it.
Well, that contest weekend at Circus, the seminars and the fun, and I meet a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Anyway, but whenever Vernon has those 6 and 7s, I just call him up and say, "What's pick?"
Well, yeah.
I just bet him blindly, and he goes, "Listen, dude, unload." Vernon knows me, knows I'm a conservative guy, but he says, "Tony,
right,
I'm not talking $300-400 here. Get
involved, right?"
Let's play.
I talked to him last year during CFL because I capped CFL a little bit. Like I'll play around with CFL. I love CFL. Like gets me through. That's about the time that I need a little taste of football. I just need a little bit, man. I just need a little taste, some football action. And then and when we talked last year about CFL and we went down, like we ended up talking for like a half hour after a meeting or something, like just like this, like behind the camera. And we were just talking about CFL and this. It was like finally I heard somebody talk about CFL the way that, like, I knew he liked the way he talks about it. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's this guy that was sending me stuff last year. Here's what kind of scared me off.
All right, baby. Yeah.
He said, "Look, man, I'm going to send you my picks. I'll send you write-ups with them. I want you to track me. I'm the best at that." Well, he sent me 31 picks, and he went 23-8. So the number one thing I'm thinking is you can't do that again.
Can't do that again.
I get with you. Now you're going to go 8-23. And I don't know enough to step in because, see, then you have an inexperienced handicapper that wants a little, I'm going to jump on board with Tony, maybe give me a little rev share, whatever. Yeah. But when the difference between guys like that, they have nothing to lose. And then when you're under the pressure of being with kind of a high profile guy with a big following, and you start dumping, then they freak out. Like your guy that asked me earlier, how do you handle a losing streak? I don't have time to tell this guy how to calm down.
Right,
No,
right.
you got to put it behind you and start winning. We got to win this week.
Right. And the next day, we're 0-0 the next day.
That just compounds, and then they get worse. Then they can't see the forest because all the trees. I've been doing it long enough to know how to handle that. And yeah, I can go outside and scream. I can throw a TV remote. You know,
I have went outside and, you know, took an edible, maybe puffed on something. I just calmed down, Lenny, calm down, right? And like, you know, I get worked up for my Detroit teams for sure, but on a bet, but on a bet where like I'm on a Nerfy today and it's my favorite one and I give it out on video and whatever. I'm like, whatever, you know, that I'm able to somehow compartmentalize that and put that away because I'm like, all right, I just need to go to bed, or like I want to finish the day because I look forward to the next day because I know what the next day brings, and it brings 0-0.
That's right.
Every day, no matter what I did yesterday, I am freaking 0-0 tomorrow. I don't care what I got going today. Biggest play, worst play. I could sweep the board. I could reverse sweep. Tomorrow, I guarantee you, I'm 0-0.
That's right. You know, it'd be like being a salesman. You know, couldn't make a sale today. Well, somebody walked through the door. Somebody walked on the lot. They don't walk on the lot unless they want to buy. So, you know, you have an opportunity the next day to close the deal, get a win. Same thing with what we're doing. Some days it's just not there. And, you know, we had 5 different sports out yesterday and won 4 of them, you know. And the only one I lost, I took the over in that Montreal game when everybody was taking the under. I just, at plus 100 for 3 units, I thought it was worth the stretch. I thought it might get there, actually. But
I thought,
Speaking of that, I have a rare 7-unit NBA prop today on a 2-pack on the prop market at Docs. Now, listen, we got that free $60 link in the description below. This is a perfect opportunity to go get a free 7-unit NBA winner. We have cashed 10 out of our, here's the hype. We've cashed 10 out of our last 13 prop cards. We've banked our last 2 NBA top picks. And for a $100 player, the last 14 days, you're up $2,100.
I like that.
And you can get it for free right there.
Right there.
You'll get a free, and it comes with a profit guarantee and no hassles. You're watching this show to make money for free picks?
Yeah.
Well, you get a top play for free. That is a free pick with a guarantee if you go sign up and down. And we don't have any bait and switch, no silver tongue devils, no bullshit. The reason Doc's been around 53 years is we treat you like a regular human being.
Yes,
we honestly
you talk to a real live person at our customer service.
That's right.
Sounds just like us.
Our best assets are our customers.
That's fair. Last question, we'll get out of here. Somebody asked, what do we think about the NFL schedule release this year? Any have you looked at it? All I've heard is the Lions got the easiest schedule on the board.
Who?
That's scared. The Lions, we have the easiest schedule. Supposedly the Lions
have you needed after last year.
I'm like, well, it's about time. Like, I mean, because last year but the easiest schedule. But I know we have 3 games in 19 days at Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving, because we have to play somewhere. I think we play a Monday night game, and then we go to Germany and play Sunday or Saturday, whatever. And then we have to fly back from Germany and play Thanksgiving Day on a Thursday and play the freaking Bears.
Yeah, I saw that you're playing. We got to play the Bills Thanksgiving night.
Oof.
In Buffalo. That's only, you know what? I got to be honest with the viewer. I gave it a cursory look just when they released the schedule, and mainly just Kansas City, just because I'm local. People are hey, what do you think about that game when we got to go play you know what? I'm so wrapped up with the WNBA starting, PGA, NASCAR, UFL, Major League Baseball, the postseason, that the NFL is about a month away from me starting to get serious about it. Usually around the mid-June, I start in on it. So I'll look at the schedule and I'll give you a few reads next week on the show.
I like it. I just pulled it up to see who week 1 was. Why are we playing a Wednesday game, by the way? Week 1. What is that? Anyways, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Sunday, and then Monday night. First Monday night game is Broncos Chiefs, week 1.
Where's that at?
Arrowhead. Monday night, September 14th, week 1 at Arrowhead.
Chiefs minus 3.5. Lay it now.
Lay it now. Run it. All right, folks. Check out Tony's premium plays. Like he said, he's got that 7-unit prop play today, 2-pack and props. What else you got going on besides those 2 things again?
Oh, we got a Major League Baseball 2-pack off a winner yesterday. We're humming along in baseball. We had a little 2 or 3 day slide there, the first one of this year, but we bounced back yesterday with a nice plus 480 winner. We got a 2-pack tonight, and then we have a 4-unit first half play in the Knicks and the Cavs game, and we are 7-2 our last 9 in the NBA playoffs, and we have the top play in the props. We'll be looking for a sorry about top 10 video last week, and PGA didn't make it. Cameron Young never got off the bus. Unlikely winner Aaron Rye won that tournament.
Yeah.
We will have a PGA video out again tomorrow. So be looking for that, and some cards, some head-to-heads this week. We did skip NASCAR last week. It's the All-Star race, so there were like 16 drivers set to finish the race, but they were going in stages and taking drivers in and out. And they were qualifying during stages during the race. It's very hard to pick them. I didn't want to do an overall top 5 on Dover. It's a very tough track. There's a lot of wrecks on it, spin out. So we'll be back with NASCAR this Sunday, but day-to-day plays are up there. WNBA passing today, won last night. We'll have some picks for you starting Wednesday again, WNBA. Come on.
I like it. Tony's got the buffet is open. He's got a little everything for you. Whatever you want, go get it. Free $60 account, DocSports.com/free60. Doc's Daily is here Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Saturdays Eastern. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Rafael Esparza will be on the show and Nick Menken. Good luck unless you're against us.